Well, hello, numerology lovers, and welcome to your readings at the round table for your monthly numerology for April. And boy, is there a lot going on in April. I have a short amount of notes, but it's impactful. All right, it's a big deal. So, just to let you know, we have a conjunction happening in April that hasn't happened for 14 years. So it's a big deal. I'm going to go into some detail about that. All right, we kick off April. April 1st is the day that Mercury goes retrograde. April Fool's Day is when Mercury goes retrograde. That's ridiculous. I think that is ridiculous. It's double down on some energy. And let me tell you something. The shadow period before Mercury goes retrograde has been no picnic for me. I mean, I'm talking about computer malfunctions. I did not have a computer for 3 days. That was unhappy news for me. Very unhappy because most of what I do is on the computer. So that happened. So much fun. But Mercury going retrograde on April Fool's Day, I feel like is like a little joke to all of us. So just keep on your toes. Then on the 5th, we have Venus moving into Aries. It's not the worst place for Venus. It's not the best place. But the worst place for Venus is actually in Virgo. That'd be my sign. On the 8th, we have a new moon total solar eclipse in Aries, and that's going to hit at 2:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a big deal. You are going to hear me talk more about the new and full moons on your zodiac readings for the month. So, because I do zodiac readings for the new moon and the full moon every month. So make sure you tune into that for more details on that solar eclipse. Then on the 19th, we have, we have the sun moving into Taurus. So we're hitting into Taurus season. Good times. On the 20th, here we go. We have Jupiter conjunct Uranus. Hasn't happened for 14 years. It usually happens about every 14 years. But we feel this energy a month before it happens and a month after. So we're still in that energy. I'm going to go into more detail. Hang on. Stay tuned. On the 22nd, we have Earth Day, which is fantastic. Fantastic day. And we also have Passover beginning at sundown. On the 23rd, we have a full moon in Scorpio that hits its peak at 7:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On the 25th, we have Mercury going direct. And whoo, all the angels sing. We have Mercury going direct at 8:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm very excited about that. But keep your pants on here because we're still going to be in the shadow period for just a minute. Then we have on the 29th, we have Venus moving into Taurus. Venus rules Taurus, so Venus is very happy being in Taurus. But on the 30th, we have Mars moving into Aries. Now, Mars rules Aries, so this is a happy place for Mars and Venus right here at the end of the month. It's fantastic. Also, on the 30th, we have Passover ending. Now, we're ending the month with 4 planets in Earth: Venus, the Sun, Uranus, and Jupiter. We have 3 planets. Well, we have 2 planets in water, Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces. Then we have 2 planets plus North Node in Aries, which is Mercury and Mars, and North Node, of course. We have Pluto in Aquarius and South Node in Libra. So we essentially have just 1 planet, but we also have South Node in air and 2 planets plus North Node in fire. So that's how we're wrapping up the month with all of our planetary, friends, our concerns here. What I want to talk to you about is this conjunction on the 20th. Again, this happens every 14 years, so the last time this happened was in 2011. The last time it was in Taurus, which it's in Taurus right now, was May of 1941. So what we've got here is we have a chaotic Should we? Yeah, we should say that. We have erratic and chaos with Uranus, and we have our luck with Jupiter. And like, really, it's what we want in life. It's like, you know, our dreams, our goals, not our dreams like Neptune kind of dreams, but it's our goals. So during this time, we really want to release restrictions, be original, expect some surprise opportunities coming your way, maybe even a windfall. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. It may make you feel rebellious, so be cautious with that and channel any of that rebellious energy that you're feeling or any of that excitement, you know, towards something. Channel that energy into making your goals happen. That's what you really want to focus on with this conjunction. It is a big deal, and we have been feeling that energy like since, I would say, maybe the 20th or 25th. Because when you look at the chart of the day, or when you look at the chart of like the month before and the month after this conjunction, you can still see that those planets are in play with each other. They're within 3 degrees of each other. And, you know, as they start getting further and further apart, we start feeling the disconnect from that energy. But this is a real interesting time for it to hit its peak on April 20th. So make sure that's what you're doing during this time. And really, again, we're already feeling this energy. So this is a great time for you to channel your rebelliousness, your excitement over things into making your goals happen. And I love that. I really do. I know. And let me tell you, this is a year for it. It's a 44-8 year. I know I've said this till I'm blue in the face, but this is a year for you to strike while the iron is hot. I don't care what your number is, your life path number. This is a year for you to strike. The iron is hot. Go. Do something. If you don't, that's okay. Maybe there's something going on with you this year, or something's happening in your life and you can't make it happen this year. That's okay. 9 more years, another 8 year will roll around. So no worries. But I'm telling you, this is a great year for you to strike while the iron is hot. Love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, this worked out well last time, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce these cards so when I get into your individual reading that you don't have to hear me repeat it. I will be pulling from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, one of my favorites, and of course the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading cards by Rachelle Charman. And since we do have a solar eclipse, I'm going to pull one more card from Moonology. Oracle cards. I love them. And I like to pull from them from time to time, and just, it makes sense when we're in like lunar and solar eclipses. It's good. All right. So let's see what we've got for your individual numerology. Hello, Life Path 9. Welcome to your April numerology. Boy, this is going to be a fun month, isn't it? Let me tell you, April for you is a 3-month. So with you being in a 3-month 9, this is a lot of communication. Now, this could be a little bit challenging because Mercury's retrograde. However, because you're in a month of communication, you may have to really express yourself, which is also a 3 thing. You may really have to find a different way of expressing yourself. And 3 is all about self-expression. It's all about self-expression in writing, in art, in music, in speaking, whatever it is. It's artistic, it's creative, it's a very imaginative time. So when we're stepping into that 3 energy, you're going to find that you want to express different things from yourself. You want to express like, well, I mean, part of the mantra is authentic, is being authentic. In fact, the mantra of the 3 is, I am creativity, vibrant expression, sharing my authentic voice freely. It's not just your authentic voice, it's your authentic feelings about everything. I don't know, about going to the grocery store, or about stuff that happened to you in childhood, or about your job. This is where it's a really good idea for you to get your hands into something creative, something artistic. Even if you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't draw at all. Well, then write it down. Maybe create something in that way. Go out and take pictures. Everybody can take pictures because we all have one of these. So do something like that. That is a form of self-expression. It truly is. This can also be a lot of family ups and downs, because there is a lot of communication going on. There is a lot of that self-expression happening. So it really can cause like your family dynamic, even your like spiritual family, to have a lot of ups and downs during this time. Remember, and I say this to everyone, life path 3s, when we're in the year of a 3, or when we have a month of a 3, I tell everyone that freedom of thoughts and speech does not and should not cause injury to others, especially for personal gain. And that includes gossiping about people that you're close to. Yeah. So don't look for that for personal gain, okay? If it's something that you need to get out of your system, write it down. Put it in a place that's private, that, you know, others can't just like get a hold of. I know. The lesson of the 3 is communicating emotions openly and letting go of judgments of the self and others, because the shadow side of a 3 is judging of the self and others. Now, when we start doing this really harshly here at Life Path 9, what happens is that it starts overflowing. When we start judging ourselves so harshly, it overflows into other people. We don't need that. We do not need that in our lives. We don't need that with where we're at right now. This is not a good way to go, because that can lead you to a place where you start to exaggerate, you start to feel gossipy, you're very pessimistic, and unable to speak your truth or communicate openly. So there's a lot with that. There are. What I feel like for you, because you're so good at the transition, the completion and the rebirth. That's who you are. And I think that stepping into some of this self-expression is going to help with that, because that's what you came here to do, is just like move into different cycles and understand that there's an ending so that we can have a new beginning. I think this is great. I want to remind you of your mantra, which is, excuse me, I embody the flow of this moment with courage to change. So if you're seeking courage this month, self-expression in any form, art, music, writing, or speaking, it's going to be the answer. It really is. And I'm excited. I mean, maybe you create something super artistic and send me a copy. I know. I like my new website should be up in May, and I can't wait. I really want to put people's artwork up on the website, but I've had such a hard time with this old website company that right now I'm at a standstill and I can't do anything. So it's a little frustrating. Okay, let's see what we got for you in the cards here, Life Path 9. With Mercury in retrograde, this could be a challenging time of communication, but it also really, like I said, it gives you a really opening, a new opening to say, hey, you know, I want to try and communicate this way. I want to try and communicate in this way. That can also be really helpful, you know. Ooh, believe in the impossible, blue moon. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, Cordelia, go outside. You know, that's not bad advice. I mean, we are moving in more and more into springtime. Go outside. That feels like a real directive, you know? Stibnite, conflict. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, let's start with Cordelia. Go outside. Oh, such a pretty card too. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. That's a springtime energy, isn't it? I mean, it really is. How perfect too. Okay, and from Moonology, we have believe in the impossible, blue moon. As the saying goes, some things only happen once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests you're about to get a rare chance that something one-off could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you felt like you're hoping for too much or asking for too much of the universe. Whatever you're asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important that you believe in it. Wow, that's a good one. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. I love that. Stibnite. Stibnite. I don't know that I have ever pulled this card. Isn't that interesting? Stibnite, conflict. Stibnite's energy can sometimes feel a little sharp and prickly. Its medicine encourages you to look at any internal or external conflict in your life. When connecting to and receiving this powerful energy, you will find the courage and the strength to face any situation, giving you the wisdom to move through conflict with ease and grace and find a place of peace and understanding. It supports your your personal empowerment and transformation. It grounds your energy into the earth so you feel supported, assists you in dealing with fear of conflict and confrontation. Oh, that's a good one. That is something about a 3, is that they try to avoid confrontation. Interesting. Supports you to create healthy boundaries, supports those who suffer from chronic anxiety, enhances and supports the astral travel journey, and assists in dissolving apprehension and uncertainty. And really, like I said, you could have some family ups and downs during this month, and that could bring about some conflict. But it doesn't have to be bad. And confrontation is not a bad thing. Confrontation is not abuse. So confronting people in a healthy way, that's okay. Just make sure you do it in a healthy way. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful April. And until we see each other again, Life Path 9, get out there and make your magic. Bye.